Hello students, I am Bharati, your commerce teacher. Today we are going to see about lesson number 5. The chapter topic is capital market. In the last class we have to discuss about lesson number 4, introduction to financial market. Under the topic scope of Indian financial market, the different types of financial market, then role of financial market, functions of financial market, and then difference between new issue market and secondary market. Okay, what do you mean by financial market? Financial market means maybe channels through which flow loanable funds directed from a supplier. Today we are going to see about lesson number 5, capital market. See the synopsis. I will read one by one. The first one, meaning and definition, characteristics of capital market, kinds of capital market, functions and importance of capital market, Indian capital market, that's the evolution and growth, new financial institutions. Then first one, meaning of capital market. Capital market is a market where buyers and sellers engage in trade of financial securities like bonds, shares and stocks. The buying and selling is undertaken by participants such as individuals and institutions. Capital market forms an important core of a country's financial system. Then definition of capital market. Capital market can be defined as a market for borrowing and lending of long-term capital funds required by business enterprises. According to Arun K. Tata says, capital market may be defined as a complex of institutions, investment and practices with established links between the demand for and supply of different types of capital gains. Then, what are the characteristics of capital market? The first one is securities market. The dealings in a capital market are done through the securities like shares, debentures, etc. The capital market is thus called securities market. Already explained, only dealing with shares and bonds, this and all buying and selling in the market. Then second one, price. The price of the securities is determined based on the demand and supply prevailing in the capital market for securities. That means price is based on the demand and supply. Then third one, participant. Who are all participant in the capital market? Some other company, individuals, corporate sectors, government banks and other financial institutions. That means there are many players in the capital market. The participants of the capital market include individuals, corporate companies and government banks and other financial institutions. Then next topic, location. Capital market is not confined to certain specific locations, although it is true that parts of the market are concentrated in certain well-known centers known as stock exchanges. It has its impact in the overall economy wherever suppliers and users of capital get together and do business. That is mean, where is the corporate market located? It is located in well-known centers is called a stock exchange. Then market for financial assets. Capital market provides a transactions platform for long-term financial assets. Then next topic, what are the kinds of capital market? See the chart. What are the kinds of capital market? Students, see the chart. The capital market should be divided into two categories. The first one is primary market and then second one is secondary market. So we can divide it into two categories. Primary market means one new company there is issuing a new shares. In the first time issued is known as primary market. Then secondary market already issued by the primary market, the type of securities shows or shares are traded second time, so that we called as the secondary market. The first one, primary market. Primary market is a market for new issues or new financial claims. Hence, it is also called new issue market. The primary market deals with those securities which are issued to the public for the first time. In the primary market, borrowers exchange new financial securities for long-term funds. So, thus, primary market facilitates capital formation. That means, primary market is a market for new issues or new financial claims. So, hence, it is also called new issue market. The second one, public issue. So, the primary market, there are three ways by which a company may raise capital in a primary market. They are, first one is public issue, second one right issue, then third one private placement. The first one, public issue. The most common method of raising capital by new companies is through sale of securities to the public. So it is known as the public issue. Then second one, right issue. When an existing company wants to raise additional capital, securities are first offered to the existing shareholders on a preemptive basis. It is called right issue. That is when an existing company wants to, one company is also ready, is running in between, need additional capital. So amount is needed, that is a right issue. For that selling that shares, the type of shares is right issue. The shares meaning the right of issue means the existing shares so want to raise additional capital securities are first offered to the existing shareholders on a preemptive basis. It is also known as right issues. Then third one, private placement. Private placement is a way of selling secondary privately to a small group of investment. That private placement is a way of selling securities privately to a small group of investors. Then second topic is secondary market. The second category, secondary market. Already issued by the primary market, the type of securities shares are traded second time. So that we called as the secondary market. That means secondary market may be defined as the market for old securities, in the sense that securities which are previously issued in the primary market are traded here. The trading takes place between investors who follow the original issue in the primary market. It is known as the secondary market. Then, what are the functions and importance of capital market? The first one is savings and capital formation. In capital market, various types of securities help to mobilize savings from various sectors of population, individuals, corporate companies, government, etc. The twin, that is two futures of reasonable return and liquidity in stock exchange are defined incentives to the people to invest in securities This accelerates the capital formations in the country. That means the capital market is very useful to the people as well as some other corporate company. When they have the capital enough amount easily, they buy the shares through capital, so savings money are converted to the cash. So this is known as the capital formation. The second one, permanent capital. That is mean by, what is permanent capital? First, this want to start, they need the capital amount, that is a permanently want to the capital. Not like that, it is a permanent capital. Within 1 year we want to retirement, or within 2 years we want to retire, not like that. So it is a permanent capital. That is mean the existence of a capital market or stock exchange enables companies to raise permanent capital. The investors cannot commit their funds for a permanent period, but companies requires funds permanently. Then third one, industrial growth. The industrial growth means the capital market provide the capital to each and every industry same way, continuously provide the capital. That means society fully industrial is growth. The stock exchange is a central market through which resources are transferred to the industrial sector of the economy. The existence of such an institutions encourages people to invest in productive channels. Thus, it stimulates industrial growth and economic development of the country by mobilizing funds for investment in the corporate securities or other companies. Then next, ready and continuous market. That means continuously buyers and sellers can easily buying and selling the securities when they are buy and sell the securities. The next, reliable guide to performance. That means the capital market serves as a reliable guide to the performance and financial positions of a corporate company, and thereby promotes efficiency. Then fourth one, proper channelizations of fund. The prevailing market price of a security and relative yield are the guiding factors for the people to channelize their funds in a particular company. So this ensures effective utilizations of funds in the public interest. That means the people savings amount converted into the capital of some other companies, that is called channelization of the fund. Our fund properly channelize the meanings. Then next one, provisions of variety of services. The capital market not only the financial institutions functions in the capital market provide a variety of services such as grant of long-term and medium-term loans to entrepreneurs, provisions of underwriting facilities, assistance in promotion of companies, participations in equity capital, giving expert advice, etc. That is mean the capital market not only giving the formation amount, long term and middle term loan also provided to the entrepreneur. Then development of backward areas. The capital market provide the capital to the backward area, also that villages, backward areas and companies also developed. It means then next, foreign capital. Capital markets makes possible to generate foreign capital. Indian firms are able to generate capital funds from overseas markets by way of bonds and other securities. Government has liberalize foreign direct investment, FDI, foreign direct investment in the country. This not only brings in foreign capital but also foreign technology, which is important for economic development of the country. Means normally capital markets are possible to the generate foreign capital. Then last one, easy liquidity. It is mean the easy liquidity is nothing but with the help of secondary market, investors can sell off their holdings and convert them into liquid cash. So commercial banks also allow investors to withdraw their deposits and as and when they are in need of funds. So yeah, even though easily we can buy on the shares amount that and all converted into the liquid cash, that means liquidity. The next, okay, then go to next topic, Indian capital market evaluation and growth. What are the evaluation and growth of the capital market? The period of 1947 and 1973 is the very important year. The development of infrastructure for capital this period, a network of development financial institutions such as IFCI, ICICI, IDBI, and UTI, SFCS, and SIDCS were established. IFCI, Indian Financial Corporation of India, and then IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India, and United Trust of India, and then small scale industries and corporations were established. So these financial institutions strengthen the capital market. So these financial institutions are help in this capital market. So during the period in between 1980 and 1992, so debentures emerged as a powerful instrument of resources mobilizations in the primary market. So debentures is nothing but it is a document. It is used to borrow the securities. The public sector bonds were introduced. A number of stock exchanges came into existence. So there was a momentous growth in the secondary market. Then SEBI engaged emerged as an effective regulatory body for the primary and secondary market. A number of commodities were constituted in order to suggest measures to revamp and restrict the working of the secondary market and in case the primary market, some of these commodities were Committee on Organizations and Management of Stock Exchange, working group on the development of the capital market. Then new financial institution. The next topic, new financial institution. Some other new financial institutions are established. The first one is venture fund institution. So venture means innovative ideas. The venture capital financing is a form of equity financing designed especially for funding new and innovative project ideas. So ventures capital funds bring into force the high technology projects which are converted into commercial production. They include risk capital foundations of IFCI, venture fund of IDBI, SIDBI. IFCI means Industrial Financial Corporation of India. IDBI means Industrial Development Bank of India. SIDBI Small Scale Industry Development Bank of India. The Technology Development and Infrastructure Corporations of India, that is a DTICI and others. Then mutual fund. The mutual fund means some of the middle peoples are like to invest, middle peoples or poor peoples are like to invest in a big company. So financial institutions that provide facilities for channeling savings of small investors into avenues of productive investments are called mutual funds. So the specialization financial institutions such like as LIC, UTI, etc. LIC means Life Insurance Corporation, United Trust of India, so etc. Beside, the commercial banks such as SBI and Canara Bank are carrying out the business of mutual funds. The benefit of mutual fund are high return, easily liquidity, safety and tax benefits to the investors. Then factoring institution. That means amount wants to other companies, it means factoring. The factoring is an arrangement whereby a financial institution provides financial accommodations on the basis of assignment or sale of account receivable. Then over the counter exchange of India, OTCEI. OTCEI stands for over the counter exchange of India. It is nothing but electronic system only. The OTCEI was set up by a premier financial institutions to allow the trading of securities across the electronic customers throughout the country. So the greatest strength of OTCEI are in transparency of transactions, quick deals, faster settlements and better liquidity. Then National Stock Exchange of India Limited, NSEI stands for National Stock Exchange of India Limited. So NSEI was established in 1992. So it functions as a model stock exchange. The exchange aims at providing the advantages of nationwide electronic screen-based scriptless and floorless. So the institutions is expected to allow for an efficient and transparent system of securities trading. Then next one is National Clearance and Depository System, NCTS, that was set up in 1996, that take place through a book entry. The entire scriptless trading systems comprises the following three segments. The one is National Trade Comparison and Reporting System. This system prescribes the terms and conditions of contract. Then second one, National Clearing System. In this system, they aim at determining the net cash and stock liability of each broker or a settlement date. Broker means intermediary. Then a third one segment is National Depository System. The transfer of ownership of securities in exchange on payment by book entry on electronic ledgers without any physical movement of transfers deed. The next topic, National Securities Depositories Limited. The NSDL was set up in the year 1996 for achieving a time bound dematerializations as well as rematerializations of shares. So the establishment of NSDL is expected to alleviate the problems of post-trade transactions in the secondary market. Then last one, Stock Holding Corporations of India Limited, SHCIL. The Stock Holding Corporations of India Limited aims at serving as a central securities depository in respect of transactions on stock exchange. The administrations of clearing functions at a national level. Then next topic, foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market means the foreign exchange trading. It is the largest, the most liquid market in the world, with an average traded value of more than rupees 5 trillion per day. It includes all of the currencies in the world, and any individual's company or country can participate. Then commodity market, we can see two types of commodity. The one is hot commodity market, then second one is soft commodity market. The first one, commodity market, that means takes place in about the primary products, which takes place in about 50 major commodity markets where financial transactions, the physical purchases which are to be delivered. So commodities are commonly classified in two groups. One is hot commodities market, the second one is soft commodities market. Hot commodities market, in these types of goods or raw materials, typically mined, such as gold, oil, rubber, iron and ore. So these and all commodities are known as hot commodities. Then soft commodities, typically grown agriculture product, the agriculture primary products such as wheat, cotton, coffee and sugars, say food grains. And then derivatives market, the last one is derivative market, that means trading in financial instruments of futures contracts and options used to help control financial risk. The instruments derive their value mostly from the value of an underlying assets that can come in many forms: stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies or mortgage. It's a trading in instruments of future contract to control financial risk, comes in from form of stock, bonds, commodities, currencies or mortgages. So these are called commodity market. So lesson is over. Students, see the lessons and understand the concept. I will give some assignment regarding these lessons. Complete it and send to me. Thank you.